Let's start with AngloGold Ashanti and just bringing us to that observation that Joseph says that this one has been disappointing in his portfolio. It's a company that has a diverse portfolio of mining operations and projects on 4 continents. So you are getting geographic diversity.
It's done a lot of portfolio improvement in recent years, yes.
Market cap 71.3 billion rand, trading on a PE of 44, a dividend of 0.75%.
Let's look at that share chart so we can get a picture of what Joseph's talking about. That's a 5-year chart, so you can see not a happy picture right up until 2016 when it did especially well. Since then, though, the rand strengthened, and right at the end there we have the positive reaction at a point of the weakening rand amidst sort of the recent sovereign downgrades, etc.
So Srinivasan Venkatakrishnan is the CEO, Joseph. If you could engage with Venkat at the moment, what would you say to him as an investor in the stock?
Certainly, I think they have to do something different. They have to look at the smaller players like Sibanye or Goldfields. I mean, if you look from the chart, you're 40% down really over 5 years, and the highest price is 330. We're back to the prices of 2014. I know they have managed to do a little bit of the restructuring of their debt and few things, but I don't believe that they are exciting compared to the other miners. They also have the highest costs, in terms of mining costs. So I think they have to relook at the business and say, what can they do differently?
What triggered you to buy into the stock?
Volatility, it was diversified. So one of the key issues we look at to say, how well is the company diversified from an income perspective and also from a geographical perspective. So they meet everything, in terms of geographical, as we put it, in 5 continents, and also the different metals they mine. So you want to say, if one region, you want to remove the political risk or the geopolitical risk out of it. So it wasn't attractive from that perspective.
Paul, you've never been tempted to buy into AngloGold Ashanti?
No, although I do like Venkat a lot. Stuart Bailey, the investor relations chief, is a personal friend of mine, and I think he does a tremendous job of the communications of the company. This strategy in the last 2 years of what they call self-help, they decided to stop, kind of waiting for better days. They've accepted the current price. They've done a lot of cost cuts. They've jacked up their free cash flow. They've paid down debt aggressively. The results to me look transformed. The interesting thing,
let's just have a look at the share price graph again. Why is that not being seen?
I think in part it's because the gold price has sort of gone a little sideways. It's not terrible at 1,280 or wherever it is now, but it's not really doing them any short-term favors. And that's despite sort of perceived political risk associated with Trump and Brexit and all of that sort of stuff. Operationally, the rand weakening has helped them a lot. And of course, if the rand were to weaken substantially from here, that would help them even more. But that would only really help insofar as their local operations are concerned. But I suppose dollar earnings for their non-South African operations would also then show better in terms of their rand returns, although they do report in dollars. Anyway, I like the company in summary.
It's very difficult to judge where the rand is going to go. Do you have a sense of, what is your team saying to you when you sit around the JM BUSHA Group investment table and you talk about rand and the impact that has on your investment strategy? What are you saying?
I think Paul just mentioned that certainly there's massive volatility in it, and obviously if the rand weakens, most of our commodity stocks would benefit from that. But I think since basically the downgrading, you found that the rand have actually strengthened. We believe, given the current political environment globally, in particular, if anything happens in the Korean Peninsula, your gold stocks and some of the resources might actually benefit from that.
As they do in times of uncertainty
to some extent.
You don't agree with this? Gold is your traditional safe haven status. It is still there.
Well,
watch if things implode.
I know I'm supposed to be wearing the,
the
like
gold bull heart.
I think I'm going to have to give it to you and pin it on your...
Exactly. But at the end of the day, Paul, no, in all seriousness, if we do see geographic implosion, political implosion, etc., gold does still react. I mean, Joseph, you agree?
Positively.
It still does react in the safe haven status way.
Okay, but leaving that aside, I think Emmanuel Macron's going to win the French election. I think the latest indication is there's not going to be a war in North Korea, because satellite pictures showed the workers outside the nuclear test site in Pungre in northern Korea playing volleyball. The Americans you know, aircraft carrier is actually on its way to Australia, not to Korea. That was a mistake Mr.
And
Trump made.
you know all this because you are the overarching sage.
No, because I get paid to read the newspaper in my day job.
So, and just remind me, did you call the election correctly?
No, that we got
the
wrong.
US
Which
election?
one? The US election?
Yeah.
No, that
did you
was
call
wrong.
Brexit?
No, we got that wrong one too.
Just
And
checking.
I didn't think that
Dipstick
Theresa May
check.
would call a new election in the UK either. So,
But you know everything else that's going to unfold. I see how this goes.
He just
yeah, I
put his
trust
views on
you.
the French elections, I mean, which is coming just shortly.
Yeah, let's see. I'm going
if
to, you know, I'm going to hold
We
you.
have to remind you.
I'm
What,
going
you're
to
gonna do
stop
it
making
naked?
forecasts. No,
Again?
no, I'm done with
You've
that.
done one show naked. All right.
No, I'm not doing another one.
So we're going AngloGold Ashanti, hot or not?
Not hot.
Not hot.
I'm going to go hot on this. I think the rand weakens, and I think the company has done all of the right things, and I like its future outlook with regard to profit margins, believe it or not.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
You're hot.